Welcome back, everybody. Episode 4, Surrender 5 podcast. This week, man, this show is going to be crazy. I got a DM last week, and you guys wouldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. I got him in the voice call right now. So open Twitter after the show last week, and I got a DM from the one and only ZOINKS CASTS. Says, hey, man, love the show. Been listening. Would love to join in sometime. And as I'm planning the show, the next episode, I'm just like, screw that. Let me get Zoinks in on this episode. But you know what else? I was like, let me make it a fun collab too, because I've been trying to work on the collab aspect for everybody listening. So not only tonight do we have Zoinks Cast, we have Real Just One, and we have Bloomer for the win. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the show. How you guys doing tonight, man?
Thank
you,
buddy. Doing good.
Man, I'm hyped. Doing fantastic, Jess. Good to hear. Good to hear. Man, so for the crowd at home, let me let you guys know my side of this. For me, I've been watching Zoinks from the distance, you know, small fan, enjoying his content, enjoying the content he puts out. And I never told Zoinks this. I was going to say it in the pre-show, but I was like, let me save it for the actual podcast. I made this show as the other side of the spectrum of your work over at OVERDUNK.
Oh.
For those who don't know, OVERDUNK focuses on the competitive side of the game. Zoinks is up there in the stratosphere. He rubs elbows, you know, with the world championship winners and other show casters, event casters. So I was like, what can I do on my side? I can do a community casual show. Not that this side has worse players, we do, but it's more of, you know, having access to players who are just hanging out, streaming, making content, and that aren't on that top level where Zoinks is already at. I'm not trying to go and, you know, muddy up what he's doing. Let me come to this side. So I never told Zoinks that, but like my idea for this show was to be on the other side where it's more community casual. Because I'd played other games and been on podcasts before, and I had this idea elsewhere, but like seeing what you were doing, I was like, let me try this on this end. So, dude, when you messaged me last week, I was really geeking out. I'm still geeking out. So thank you, man. Welcome to the show, for real.
Dude, I'm geeking too, man. I mean, first off, I have to mention this off the top of the show. Surrender at 5 is like the absolute best podcast name by and far.
Bro.
Surrender at 5 is a sick name for a podcast. So
you like it? I'm glad.
Big vouch for that.
Because you see, your show's competitive, so I was like, I'll make my name competitive, but we're just casual, hanging out, chilling, you know, like, hey, if you see me online, Surrender at 5, man, you know.
No, I love it. I'm just a huge fan of, I listen to podcasts all day at work. Like my 9 to 5, I work alone pretty much every single day, so podcasts get me through. So I was very excited that more Unite podcasts were coming out. I always get super pumped about that. So
most definitely, and I need to learn about the other ones too. We can chat about that after. So real quick, for the folks at home, for the two people who don't know you, can you let folks know who you are, how you got into Pokemon, how you got into casting, and all the kind of things you do in this Pokemon world?
Sure. Yeah. So my name's Zoinks on the internet. My human name is Josh, I guess. I've been a Pokemon fan since I could walk, basically. I mean, my first game was technically Silver. I've played every single Pokemon game almost religiously. I could probably name close to all of them at this point.
Nice.
I'm just a big Pokemon fan, so I was definitely that before I was a like MOBA fan.
Okay.
So in terms of coming to Unite, it definitely the Pokemon appeal was bigger for me. But I've also been an esports fan forever too. So I was a huge Smash Brothers fan, League of Legends, Overwatch, like a lot of these just big top tier competitive. Yeah, I actually had another podcast once upon a time called Foul Play, and it was a fantasy Overwatch League podcast. That's right.
Okay.
It was a podcast about fantasy Overwatch.
Fantasy Overwatch.
Yeah, maybe the most niche of podcasts you could ever have, but I was doing that for like a couple of years, and that was really, really fun. But anyway, since I got into casting, when the game launched, my buddy Dupesnax, who is my co-caster, partner in crime over at Unite Mics,
Dude.
I noticed that he was getting into some of this stuff too, and I just messaged him. I was like, "Yo, when are we casting this thing together?" I've known him for a long time. in the Pokemon trading card game sphere, as well
Awesome.
as he's got a Dungeons and Dragons podcast that I was like a huge fan of
Oh,
back in the
really?
day too.
Okay.
Yeah, we have our hands in a lot of stuff, I guess. Is what
I
I'm
like that.
saying.
I'm only doing one thing. I need to do more. Oh my god.
Well, yeah, it's, just a long,
He said, "Yeah,
laundry
okay."
list,
I like the
guess.
honesty.
Yeah, I mean, I get kind of in the past, right? But anyway, we started casting right away. Like our goal was just to kind of hit the ground running, record ourselves casting like as many games as we possibly could. It was interesting at the start of the scene. I mean, no one knew who we were or respected us, and so it was a lot of just constantly in players DMs and tournament organizers DMs like, can we use your video, can we post it on YouTube, like all this, and
Yeah.
constantly just being a thorn in a lot of people's sides. But it paid off. We both got the chance to do the official Unite casting scene for the championship series, and we got the chance to do Worlds. So I was one of the casters there.
Bro, yo, that world spot. I wish that my stream deck had an applause thing set up. I'll get it fixed the next time you come back. We'll have applause set up and all that stuff. So, man, this is crazy. Okay, so you got to cast Worlds. Like, did you travel? Were you at home? What happened?
Oh yeah, no, that was the only one that we did travel to. So the rest of like the monthly finals and regional finals were all remotely done. But I did go to London for Worlds, which was pretty awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
First time out of the country?
No, well, I'm actually Canadian, but I live in the States now. But
okay.
I've been to Europe once in like high school. I went over to like Western Europe back then. But anyway, this was my first time in London, which was awesome. I love cities. I have a really big city person, so I explored London a ton. I think compared to the average like Pokemon goer,
yeah,
I explored like as much of that city as I possibly could in the time I was there. But
now, did you play Pokemon Go in the streets?
That was the wrong choice of words because I don't play Pokemon Go. It might be like the only Pokemon property.
Because you said Pokemon Goer, so I was like, ooh.
Exactly. I should have said that. That's the only Pokemon property I don't play. I play trading card game. I play VGC. I play Unite. Like I play pretty much all of it. But,
Mystery Dungeon, you're all in there. I got you.
Actually,
yeah.
Dude, I've been.
Oh, you really do.
I've been replaying Explorers of Sky right now, and
snap!
I love that game.
Hey, wait a second. Quick sidestep. Is that the game where Thea's Sky Ruins came from? Or is that a different Mystery Dungeon game?
That's interesting. I think
it's that game.
Yeah, I mean that would make the most sense.
So, question: when you're at Worlds, did you get to meet the one and only Spraggles? Content
Cowboy himself. Yes.
Wow, that's awesome.
I met with him quite a bit. I took a lot of photos of him and his fans. We were walking around the venue. It was a good time. I was just around, so I was the guy to make sure to take their photos.
That's awesome.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, meeting the caster crew was a great time. It was actually also the first time I've met Dubesnacks in person as well, which was cool.
Oh, after all these years. Oh, cool.
I know. Yeah,
met up in London.
Like 3 or 4 years. It was actually first time in person. It was cool.
Man, that's sweet, man. So you guys never met in person, but you had such passion and a connection. You guys kept like the wavelength, and you did projects together for 4 years, and it never broke.
Well, we only did projects together for a year. Okay. We interacted a lot, and we did work on some stuff together before that, but nothing ever at this scale or
I see.
Like, amount. Yeah.
Okay. But man, that's cool. Like to meet your homeboy over in London at the Pokemon Worlds. You're like, oh man, that's just my brain's melting. I can't even talk right now. You got to meet Spraggles. That's awesome.
That's gotta be one of the best places to meet someone who you've been like, we'll say pretty good friends with for at least over a year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, we're just gonna go hang out at the Unite Worlds. No big deal.
No big deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Shoot, yo, Jess, would you do that? That sounds cool.
For sure. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, man, you crazy.
The like plane part kind of bugs me out, but I can get over it, I think.
I forgot. That's how you have to get there. You got to get on the plane. Damn.
Right.
Or you pre-plan the boat like way in advance, but
yeah.
Oh yeah, just
how strong of a swimmer are you? That's the big question.
Ooh.
No.
A decent swimmer, but across the ocean, I might drown. I just might be gone.
Yeah.
Someone's got to run the podcast. But yo, I'm so hyped. We got Zoinks Cast in the building. Thank you, Zoinks, for being here. Appreciate you reaching out to me. And so with that, before I actually message Bloomer, I figure, if I hit up Bloomer's homegirl, it might be easier to pull him in. Not that a screenshot of Zoinks saying he wants to be on the show wouldn't be, but welcome. we have Real Jess One on the show. How you doing, Jess?
I'm good.
I'm so happy for you to be here because, like, I recall obviously meeting you through Bloomer on his stream in the Discord, but like playing against you in Unite was like cool and all, and then I played against you when you had but against your Smurf, and then I was like, hey, wait a second, and then I looked back at my friends list and I was like, yo, not that I'm looking at anybody's skill level, but I'm like, I'm not as good as I thought. Like I was like, hold on, like my master rank was like, I don't know, average, and then I'm looking at playing against Jess, and like both her master accounts were like 16, 1700, 18. It was like when I first met Jess, and it was like so cool.
Like,
and I was like, man, I was like,
entirely too much.
I was like, she has 2 masters accounts, and I can get this one barely near 15. I don't know, bro. Like, so I had to have Jess on the show. Welcome, Jess. Welcome. How you doing?
Thanks. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I just play way too much. That's all. Way too many hours.
Hey, that's amazing. You know, some folks can get on that train. So for those out there who may not know Real Jess One, a lot of people in this community do. Can you let folks know who you are, how you got into Unite, how you got onto Wasted Potential? Talk to us.
Well, so it's kind of my first Pokemon game. I got Shield after I got Unite. So I'm kind of a noob to all of it. I met
Oh,
Bloomer
really?
beforehand in his stream, yeah. Well, in another stream. And yeah, he talked me into getting Unite, and then it kind of I got bit by the bug, I guess.
Oh, wow. You played Shield after Unite.
After, yeah. Unite
Dang,
was my
okay.
first game. I was big in Animal Crossing and Treasure Islands, as embarrassing as
Hey,
it
man,
is
nah,
to
AC is
say.
cool. Nah, Animal Crossing's cool, man.
Yeah.
Watch out for Tom Nook, but Animal Crossing is cool. It's cool.
Big
You know?
true, big true. He's a bandit.
He is a bandit, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So all right, so Unite was your first Pokemon game. So
Mhm.
have you heard, you probably heard of it, but like, did you have a favorite character? Probably not before Unite. Dang. So who's your favorite Pokemon now? If this is your first, wow.
Yeah,
I'm just
but
stunned.
yeah, for
I had no idea.
Unite,
You're so good at
yeah.
Unite. I thought you've been playing for
I'm
25
such a
years.
noob. No, such a noob.
So
I've
you got
played all the
Shield
ones I
after.
could get my hands on since, but yeah,
Okay.
Shield after I started.
So yeah, so
Unite.
run through some Pokemon. What are your favorites? What do you like?
I like Greninja's my favorite. I like Jirachi a lot. I like Shaman. A lot of the ones I like are Unite related though, because like that's how I learned them. I like Garchomp a lot.
Hey, that's fair. A lot of the ones I like are from Gen 1 because I played 25 years ago. So totally fine, you know?
Yeah.
Shout out to all
Well,
the
you
Gen
and I
1
get
haters.
along. We
Right,
get along
Bloomer?
so well, Mike, because
Dude.
I'm totally the same.
Yep. Sorry, Charizard love. I was like, I love him. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm leaking. Sorry. That's the next segment. Sorry. All right, Jess.
Right.
So Greninja,
Like,
are you Night Greninja fan or like Ash Greninja from the
yeah.
anime? Oh, you Night.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I kind of main Greninja the first few seasons, but swapped over to like bottom lane, so I don't play him as much now. But yeah, Unite Greninja.
Got you. Okay. Are you familiar with Ash Greninja? Do you know about that lore?
No, not really.
Okay, it's kind of nerdy. You know, it doesn't matter. It's okay.
You
It's
can go
okay.
into it if you want.
All right, sure. So basically, you know, Ash and Greninja, they have this spirit bond, and it kind of transforms, and it takes on like some kind of features of Ash, and it's supposed to be some kind of souped up, amped up version of Greninja.
Right.
But it just, I think the company was trying to make it like this thing, and maybe Zoinks or Blooming can jump in, but like I don't think it ever stuck. Like it's cool, but it wasn't like taking over as the mascot. I think they tried to like make it the thing for a while. I'm not sure.
They definitely tried to make it a thing. It was
Yeah.
also in the age when megas were first introduced in X and Y, and they didn't give the like X and Y starters mega evolutions.
Oh,
So I think it was like kind of an angle of trying to like, I don't know, make Greninja super cool. Like, yeah, Blastoise has got a mega evo, but Greninja can get a hat like Ash can, you know? And it's like, okay, I don't know.
Greninja can grow a hat.
Yeah, it was a strange take, but yeah, it was definitely a gamble on their part, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
Dang.
Yeah, I think you're right, Zoinks. Yeah, everyone else had megas, or most of them did, and it was kind of like, oh wait, what about these guys?
Right, exactly.
We'll just make a Ash Greninja, man. But yeah, Jess, you be killing it. So you love Greninja. So on your Smurf, Do you play with the same mindset on your main account? Like, do you play attackers or is it a different class?
Um, well, if I'm like five stacking or usually trioing, I play what I would on my main, like bot lane attacker. But if I'm solo queue, I tend to go jungle a lot more.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, for season 6, how you been feeling about the jungle when you solo queue, Jess? Do you feel it's secure or do you need to play the lane because people still go into the jungle and take it?
I don't know. I feel like it's more secure. I mean, there is always the randoms that will, but it doesn't feel as bad like with your own team stealing it. Is that what you mean? Or you mean like invade from the other team?
Oh, I mean like your own team, like if you're in solo queue, like
Yeah.
your
I
teammates,
don't think
yeah.
it's as bad. I don't
Okay.
think it's as bad.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I play a lot of solo queue, but
I got
this
out of that
season,
mindset though, where I just stopped calling jungle like a couple seasons ago, unless
hey,
nobody
yep,
calls it.
yep. I was just about to lean into that. I was like, you know what? I used to always try to call jungle, but there's always somebody on the team who wants to jump in. So I was like, you know what? Let me just play a lane because I found in this map there's more experience, and I'm not having as much trouble getting to level 7, 8. So it's pretty cool. Liking this map.
On a mon that's stacking, yeah.
Now, when
I
you
like
stack, do you like attack weight? Are you an attack stacker or a special attack stacker, or maybe even HP?
Special attack stacker, I guess.
You like special attack?
quick
Yeah.
stack, yeah. I've been double stacking on mom though with the specs and the
Oh
cookie.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, and the cookie?
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, my voice broke there. The cookie. Wow. So you're doing HP and attack. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that.
Do you put the energy amp on too, Jess?
Sometimes, but choice usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Choice
is consistent
specs.
for sure. That seems
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Man, the cookie. I was listening to Zoink's show earlier, and I forget who said it, but they were talking about getting 6 stacks on the mime and then the energy amp, and they were basically saying like whoever gets the 6 stacks first basically just roll. And I've
With,
never
like,
actually
green and
tried
white
that.
emblems, it's crazy.
I've never tried that. I might do it tomorrow. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I never played mom really before this season, and I've got like 120 games on him just from like the last 2.5 weeks. But
Wow.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
had holy crap.
Mhm.
I've had like 100 games on mine in the past year, so I barely played it. Like it's been like 4 months since I touched mine, and they were like, "Yeah, he's upgrading." I was like, "All right, cool. Let me try it out."
It's kind of busted. It's kind of a throw to not pick him, right? If nobody else
Yes,
does.
and like you guys know, as streamers and gamers, like we hear that most of the time, like, "Oh, this guy's busted. He's busted." For me, I was like, "Nah." 4 days, didn't touch it. Finally played it, and I was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
can I go back in
Yeah.
time the past 4 days and just play this?" Crazy. Some good stuff. So yeah, you're playing Greninja Mime. That sounds good. Hey man, I know Jess, you'll downplay it, but for all those out there, if you get the chance, hey man, try to get Jess on your team. She's a fantastic player, amazing Unite player. I love any chance I get to play with Jess. Hate playing against her, but hey man, I'll try what I can, you know? Queuing against Jess and Bloomer is tough. Speaking of Bloomer, my man, Bloomer for the win. What's going on, man?
Oh, not too much, Mike. Appreciate you having me on again, buddy.
Hey man, I appreciate you. I appreciate Zoinks. I appreciate Jess, man. To me, you guys seem like the perfect 3 to have on. So I was like, you know what? This would be cool. Let's get the crew in here.
I often say that Jess Zoinks and I are pretty much perfect, so that makes perfect sense.
Hell yeah. Hey, let's get that on a t-shirt. Let's start selling that, man.
Jess and I have tried to stop him from saying that so many times, and he just keeps saying it.
I just can't stop myself. You guys are just so awesome.
Oh, well, now that phrase lives forever right here on Apple and Spotify and other outlets. So, Bloomer for the win. First, I want to ask, how did you come up with the username?
So basically, just to be real, Bloomer is a play off my last name, and it's been my nickname since as long as I can remember. I had like my grade 1 teacher called me Bloomer. I've always been Bloomer.
Okay.
I'm like a Cher Madonna now. I only have one name. Like
I love that.
I just don't go by like if someone even said my first name, I wouldn't even acknowledge it. Like I just wouldn't think to because I just don't. So that's where Bloomer came from, and for the win. So I had to have something additional to Bloomer because everywhere I typed in, the username Bloomer, it was always already taken. So I had to have something else, and I never liked having numbers at the end of my name. I always felt like that's such a like Bloomer 13 just meant that like there's 12 before me. That like then it would never be consistent.
But one.
Well,
That's
if
why
you
you put
go
one at the end.
but one was usually already taken too. So you had to come up with something different. And again, Mike, I mentioned earlier, I'm an old guy. So there was a time on the internet when FTW did not stand for the win.
Ooh.
And I always hated that. So when I needed something consistent to have as my branding, my username, something, I had recently heard of the FTW making that swap to for the win, and everyone's saying for the win. And anyways, I loved that. But then I thought to myself, I don't want to just put the letters in because old people might not know what it means. And more specifically, I like to have a long username. I really want people to have to deliberately type it all out. So I went for as long a username as I could, Bloomer for the win, all spelt out. And that's probably the most thought I've put into it since I originally did that.
That is awesome. I love your energy behind when you say like you want people to type it all out. Like you want the longest username.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Be deliberate. When you're coming to my Twitch channel or whatever, I want you to deliberately be like, where is Bloomer for the win? There we go.
Where is that guy? There he is. There's the win. So like you were saying before, alluding to being an old guy, I can guess, but for those who may not know you, those for the loss, we got to get them on the win side. Can you let people know how you got into Pokemon, how you got into Unite, like Zoinks alluded to earlier, how you got into MOBAs, etc. How'd you get into the game, man?
So Pokemon originally, I mean, when Pokemon Red and Blue first came out, my brother, I have an older brother, he got Pokemon Blue. It was probably 2 weeks after it was initially released. So it was very, very new. And I remember watching him play on his Game Boy. And I just thought, this is the coolest game ever. So once you're done, I'm going to play. And then when he was finished 3 hours later or whatever, I turned it on and I couldn't play a second file. So I then had to save allowances, beg, plead, and ask. And eventually, I think probably about maybe a month and a half later, something like that.
Damn.
I ended up getting Pokemon Red, big present. It was very exciting.
Charizard.
And I've been playing since then. Charizard or Charmander was my very first Pokemon. To this day, it's like Ash and Pikachu, Bloomer and Charmander. I'm a huge Charizard stan, and it's why he's my favorite to play in Unite. I also just love the play style, but he's just, to me, that was what Pokemon really was. So I'm an old guy. I love all the originals, but Charizard just has this special place in my heart. As far as Unite, I had heard that a Pokemon MOBA game was coming out, and before I even saw anything about it, other than just hearing Pokemon and MOBA, I said, this is going to be a game that I'm going to love. I'm so sure of it because anything with a Pokemon skin on it, I'm into it. And then
yes, sir.
MOBAs, I haven't done a ton, but I played a bit of League. I played a bit of Smite. I played a little bit of Heroes of the Storm back in the day. And I did Overwatch a lot competitively, which is kind of a form of a MOBA. It's a first-person shooter, but also a MOBA. So I had a bit of a background. I was playing that on a competitive team. I made that swap, and I think it took me probably about 2 matches to realize that, yeah, this is my new game. I love Pokemon Unite.
Yeah, this game is awesome, man. Like, I also love Charizard too. I played it so much in hopes that there'd be some kind of like mega skins coming or something.
Yeah,
doesn't seem like it, but that will never change my like for Charizard. I like Charizard more and more the more I'm on the internet and I read people's hate for Gen 1 lovers. Like, I don't think people hate the characters anymore. I think they just hate people like me and Bloomer who love Gen 1.
Yeah. Well, I always say it's like ordering pumpkin spice latte everywhere I go. I understand it's pretty basic. I'm not out here trying to say, wow, look how unique and crazy I am. I think Charizard's my favorite. But you know what? There's a reason why he's a classic. There's a reason why he was the #1 most picked of the original starters.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a really cool Pokemon.
Yeah, really is. Should have been a dragon, but that's okay. That's okay. No worries.
That is
no
true.
Worries, no worries.
The fact that Charizard couldn't learn Fly originally still bothers me to this day, but that's okay.
Oh man,
I heard you say it. Like
I forgot about that. Couldn't learn Fly. Like, who do I get Fly to? This Pidgey? What the hell?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can jump on this Pidgey's back, no problem, and it'll fly me around the entire region. But no, this Charizard, there's no way it can help me.
Dude, like
Certainly a lot of negative things about your favorite Pokemon. I'm just gonna say.
Well, again, Zoinks, you probably remember this when HMs were not removable from your Pokemon.
Right.
So I gotta tell you,
Bro.
I can still remember my super overpowered Charizard, levels like 76 or something like that, rocking the Elite Four with his cut move.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Oh my
just
God.
the things we did when we didn't know any better and we were young still, and oh well.
the level 76 cut. That's legendary, bro.
Yeah.
Hell
And I
yeah.
think the next highest on my team was probably like 37, you know? Like,
Oh
just-
damn.
I was one of those people that
Yeah.
all right, if I keep playing with my Charizard, he'll keep getting stronger.
Yeah, just wipe everybody.
Yeah,
That's what happens in anime. Just one main
Yeah.
character, boom.
exactly. Listen, Ash totally would have won the Kanto region had Charizard been listening at
Oh
the
my
time.
God, bro.
My Charizard listened to me, so obviously I was going to win.
Yeah, for anybody who watched the anime, for any period of time that Charizard was on Ash's team, if it had listened, yeah, man, he'd be the GOAT. He would have rocked everybody. He would have took Gary's car, all his girlfriends, all his shit, man. Yeah. But yeah, Charizard, good times. Yeah, Gen 1 lovers over here, man. So let's jump into this next portion of the show. This is my favorite portion because it literally takes no effort. So yeah, that's the vibe here. The next portion is the news section. So when I say news, through the past 4 or 5, maybe 6 tweets. Sometimes, they have scheduled tweets that don't go out on time, but let me not trash them because we love them. So tonight, actually, look at this. 5 hours ago from right now. First tweet. The Legacy Trainer Showdown is now available in Pokemon Unite. Take a look at the featured art for Raihan and Duraludon. And as I click this tweet and I'm scrolling through, I don't see any clarification if we can actually get this card. You guys know how we can get Leon's clothes and Charizard's card. I don't know if we can actually get this card. Has anyone logged in the past 3 hours?
I have, and it is, as far as I saw, not yet available.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
The artist who did that one, though, can I just go ahead and say?
Please do.
Raihan is phenomenal. That one and the Duraludon looks so good.
I love it.
Yes, the artist's name is Nishimura Kinu. Once again, Nishimura Kinu. I'm probably butchering that. I apologize. But hey, you know what? I'll put your name in the show notes because this art is sick. This is really sick.
Yeah, the Duraludon with like the charging energy inside of its mouth and stuff. That is
Seriously.
just so cool.
Like, yo, you know what's about to come your way, kid? This is
Yeah, you can put that on a
sweet.
poster and just plaster it on my wall because it looks wicked cool.
Yeah,
It's not
it really
easy
does.
to make Duraludon look cool. And this
Nah.
artist has made Duraludon look cool.
They really
Big
did.
True.
Yeah, and it's not even Gigantamax, just regular Duraludon. Like, damn, it was really cool.
I think that one's impossible to make cool. If you Gigantamax Duraludon, it's impossible. So keeping it normal, I think, is a good task.
Okay, good point. Good point. Hey, real quick, let's pause the news section. Hey, Jess, since Shield was your first Pokemon game after Unite, or it sounds like in general, what's your thoughts about Gigantamax? How'd you like that feature?
I liked it.
You thought it was cool?
Actually, yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, Gigantamax, Dynamax. I thought it was cool. My favorite feature out of all the games ever was when they had the Z moves back in Sun and Moon. I love the Z moves. Sorry, no, it's random. Sorry.
The new mode in Scarlet Violet's gonna be cool too. It looks really cool.
Oh, it's called was it called terraforming?
Terrastalize.
Oh,
Like
there you go.
giant.
There it
It's
is.
a mouthful. I don't.
Terrastalize. There it is. We'll get a VGC podcast one day. We'll get it going. So the next tweet was actually 2 days prior. It's similar to this last one, but this one shows the Lucario art. So the featured trainer is Corinna and Lucario. Let's see. The artist here is You Capriccio. Let's go to their Twitter page. Yeah, looks like their name is You. I'll make sure I'll get all these artists in this, and then in this week's show notes. Man, last week they had more spice. What else I got on the news section here? Let's scroll through. Oh, 3 days ago, they released the top hat for Glaceon. So for all you Glaceon fans and non-fans, get the skin because Glaceon, I don't think it's gonna get changed. It's just Machine Gun Glacie destroying everybody. Now you can look good while you do it.
There you go.
Yeah, it was an interesting approach. They were like, well, the one moveset on Glaceon is super broken and overpowered, so I guess we better buff the other moveset. Yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense.
That did come out for Espeon earlier. It's an event to like the capsule for the Venusaur skin was.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the top hat one though for SP.
It looks
Might
pretty
have to-
cool though.
Yeah, it does.
Might have to check that out. Okay. So yeah, continuing through the news here on Twitter. The next tweet is similar to the past two, but this one is for Cynthia and Garchomp. Garchomp, hey, Jess likes Garchomp. Have you seen this artwork, Jess?
Yes. Yes.
What do you think of it, Cynthia and Garchomp?
I think it's good. I think it's
It
good.
does look
She
good.
actually gives me a run for my money in those legacy battles too.
Oh snap! Yeah, I heard those legacy trainers on Extreme are really tough.
Yeah, I mean they're different than the regular bots.
Now I won't lie, Jess. I've only done 2 casual matches. I know, that's like small potatoes, but
You don't get the Leon skin.
Yeah,
You know
do.
I should do it because I should, just to do it. I'm gonna do it.
Even
Third background.
that's what I was gonna say. The Charizard background, Mike, you gotta get it. It's
Okay.
way too good, especially if you're a big
Yeah.
Charizard fan.
You guys
Oh,
right.
man.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, it
I
has
gotta get that.
Charizard on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Charizard.
Bloomer got it like the first day, and it's been his
Yeah.
background on his card ever
Oh,
since.
Oh yeah.
and you know
It's
what?
never changing now.
I should really get it to spite those folks who hate Gen 1.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes. Thank you
Heck
guys.
those guys.
Heck those
Take that
guys.
much to get it. Just like a couple of matches a day, maybe for 2
Yeah.
days, and you'll have it.
You're right. I'm going to do it. All right. So we'll just keep scrolling through because Twitter's exciting. Usually they have some good stuff, man. What's this next one here? All right. Every battle is better with a friend. We all agree here, of course, because we don't like randoms. Invite a friend to play Unite, complete special missions, and earn in-game rewards. Now, this one here was funny to me because it got tweeted 4 days ago, but it was supposed to get tweeted 3 days prior to that. So it was actually 3 days late. Like this is episode 4 of Starting at 5, and every single week I say the same statement. Like they have a scheduled tweet that just goes out 3 days late. Listen, Timmy Studios, if you guys want some social media help, hey man, I'm right here. Okay? I used to work as a social media manager. Trust me. All right? I can help you guys out because when you have a campaign that's an event period, let's say, what is this, 20 days, let's say, and then you promote it late, like how do people really know about it? I guess if you log into the game, you'll see the promotions, but I'm just trying to help them out. You know, guys, I love the game. Just want to help them out. Not sure what's going on here with these promotions, but we can help you guys out. Us content creators and lovers of Unite, we could do it. Hey, real quick, Bloomer, have you seen the logo for Pokemon Unite Twitter?
The logo for Unite Twitter. Hold on. I'm trying to think. Oh, I just looked. Charizard. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. When did that happen? They just changed it?
They must have, because I feel, wasn't it a Pikachu before? Or
Yeah. It was Pikachu
don't
and Rayquaza, I think.
All I
Yeah.
know is great job, Pokemon Unite, giving the fans what they're looking for. And that's what I love about it.
Love it. Oh, also in this past week, since the last episode, here's some juice. Here we go. Attention, trainers. The following adjustments were made. I'm not reading all this. So basically, they had Skyrunes, this map, right? They took away the Natus, ripped Natus, pour one out, miss y'all. So that was the negative. But the bonus for me was they put another berry up top. How do you guys feel about both? The Natus and the berry?
Love
You
the
think-
berry.
You think Natus was a negative? I love that the Natus are gone.
It's probably a bonus. I'm just sad because they were cute.
Okay, yes. As having Pokemon in the game, yes, it is sad they're gone. I just think because of how like Unite Move Charge works in this game, like having 3 of them there and they each give like I think a flat bottom rate of like 6% Unite Move Charge. Like late game, it was just ridiculous. Like you would have people uniting every single fight, no matter what. And I was like, okay, something's got to change here. And they don't go away when you break the goal zone either, so they were still there. I don't know. They were just a little too
I wasn't aware of that.
enabling weirdo strategies in my mind. So I'm glad they're gone, but yes, maybe I don't know, take out a ball toy in the midsection and make those all Natus. I don't know.
You know, I agree with what you said there, Zoinks, but as one of those players who is stacking and also using it abusively to my advantage to, like, as a, like, say a Charizard to always have ult, or again, maybe being risky and trying to stack on Decidueye and using that to my advantage so that I could, like, triple stack really quick and get out. Like, oh, I missed them too. But I do agree that there was a lot of potential with those to abuse.
I wasn't aware that Natus never went away. I just like them because, you know, as long as you're right, because basically when things went down, I'd run top lane and get those, and I'd score one at a time to get 10% back on my Unite. You were right, dude. I was like, you know what? I need this Unite move. Let's go charge it up. Yep.
Really affect me as a bot laner, but
you said it barely affects you. You don't just,
yeah,
like, get him out of
really,
here.
I mean, I stuck bot either way, not seeing him.
Yeah, it just didn't really like ever rotating up to the top.
Apparently, I rotate too late out here.
Team drama in the podcast chat.
I'll just say that wasn't me. That was someone else we were playing with before.
That was somebody else. I don't know.
Yeah. Couldn't.
Also, last week, new character release. We had talked about DODRIO coming out, and as of this podcast recording, DODRIO is now available for coins. Have you either of you three played DODRIO in the past week on gems?
Once.
Not once, Jess?
Not even once.
What about Bloomer?
Yeah, I wish I had more to add to this one, but I also decided that this was a mon I was going to wait till the coins. And you know, what's funny is you're right. It did officially become coin available earlier this evening, and I was playing, and I never even thought to go to the shop to pick it up.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, so that's as soon as we're done here, that's the first thing I'm doing.
He's like, I gotta go, dude. See you later.
Cover for me, Mike. I'll be back in 10.
Yeah, I'll ping you. Zoinks, what about you? Have you played DODRIO?
I played him on that, like, test server that they have in the game for, like, the East Asia one. Like, they're on horrific ping or whatever. I just played them in the practice area, though. I haven't played an actual game with DODRIO at all.
Okay.
Especially not on live. I didn't buy them for gems. I'm probably gonna buy them for coin, just like Bloomer said. Gonna buy it later tonight. The Pokemon seems super fun, though. I mean, every time I look at this Pokemon being played, I'm like, this Pokemon is just bad, right? And then and then all of a sudden, Twitter's like, this Pokemon is good, and this is why. And I'm like, I don't see it, but okay. So I don't know. I'm excited to see where that Pokemon goes. Someone will crack the code, and it'll get ridiculous for sure.
Yeah, people are gonna get better with them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
As it stands, he seems really squishy for sure, highly punishable. But I got to tell you, there are times where I'm thinking, oh, I'm doing great. I'm taking this one-on-one. I'm going to win. And all of a sudden, like from across the map, somewhere in bot lane, all of a sudden, I've got a DODRIO running into me. And I go from full health to pretty much nothing. And I go, oh,
it's annoying.
Well, that was fun.
Like darts straight out of my solar beam, like
4
times out of 5.
That drill peck move gets me every time. Like, they'll come out of nowhere running, boom, 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 and then drill packs, triple hits. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, hey, I didn't get to react. I guess this is my reaction.
It seems like one of the best, I don't know, flavor designed Pokemon. I think actually the last few releases we've had have been incredible, like from a flavor design perspective. Like, I think Mew is the best example of it. I know that Pokemon's too strong right now. Don't worry. But I do think, like, design wise, it's so good. Like Mew's whole thing, they can learn any move in the game. Then you give them more moves they can learn, the ability to reset, super good. It like emulates the games in a really cool way. And then DODRIO, like being the first speedster we've had since launch, I don't know, it feels like, I don't know, it fits that role better than any other Pokemon we have in the speedster role, though, so far. Maybe Talon, but I don't know. It just really seems like a great design option. It definitely could tune up numbers and stuff and things like that. But I think just like philosophy wise, I like DODRIO a lot.
It really came out of nowhere to me. Speaking of Gen 1 stuff, I was like, what? 2-headed, 3-headed bird, normal type flying? Like, who cares about that? That's so random. And then I was like, wait a second. They're going to have to make this thing crazy because it's going to be in this game. And I have this joke on the show where, like, it gets the new character release buff. So I was thinking, like, it's going to be really strong no matter what the moves are. But to see that has tri-attack, drill peck, things of that nature, I'm like, you know what? It's pretty cool. It's pretty close to the main game. So I'm trying this new thing where I don't hate on random characters coming out, like Crustle and stuff like that. But you know what?
Buzzwole. I hate Buzzwole. He's so stupid.
Jess,
Honestly,
come
like,
on.
if they're gonna pick,
I know you
Come
just
on.
did the opposite
I-
of what
I-
you said you've been doing.
I'm with Jess.
but,
I'm sorry.
he
I'm with
just
Jess.
looks so out of place.
I'm with Jess. Yeah, I'm
I
with
know,
Jess.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
Buzzwole look freaky. I don't know, man. They could
Jess
have picked
just
a different.
offended all 15 Buzzwole players.
No, I am 10% of those players.
Oh snap!
He punched so good though.
I wanted some other Uber Beasts, but it's okay. What are they called? I'm sorry, not Uber
Ultra
Beasts.
Beast.
Ultra Beasts. Wow. I swear I like Pokemon. Ultra Beasts. I apologize. Did you guys actually, quick side step, did you play Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon? I know Jess didn't.
No, not me.
It is my second favorite gen. I love 7.
Ooh, okay.
Which I know
What
is a
about Bloomer?
weird take.
I played through it, but I want to say it's up there for me too. Listen, I like all the Pokemon games, but the truth is I'm at a point now where I went from when I was a kid where I played through the original, I'm going to safely say 15, 16 times.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the more recent ones, just real life gets in the way sometimes. And I speed through them once, and I can't say the stories are as memorable as they once were to me.
Agreed, yeah.
For sure.
I actually, fun fact, truth, I never played Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I just played Sun and Moon. So,
Okay.
I think you're better off. I think Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon might be like one of the only secondary or sequel games in that same generation that I think just weren't enough to make them worth playing. Like, I don't know, the worst thing about Sun and Moon was like the intro to the game, right? Like you spent like hours on the like tutorial island forever.
Ugh.
So many cutscenes. It was so
Good
bad.
Lord.
But then you got Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and there was more cutscenes on that island somehow.
Oh, hell no.
I don't know how they fit more in, but it was like even more? Are you kidding me? But you got new cool Ultra Beasts like Blacephalon and stuff like that. So that was a fun part. But yeah, I don't know. You do get the best soundtrack in any Pokemon game ever, and you get the Ultra Necrozema fight. So if you need to go look up that remix on YouTube, it's worth a listen to.
I might have to. They have a cool, what? So hold on, Ultra Beast. I know I'm getting sidetracked here. There's one with a cool, funny name. Is it Stack Attacker? How do you say it?
I don't think Stack Attack is an Ultra Beast though, right?
Oh, he's not?
That's the one that's like Stonehenge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like from Gen 8. It's just
Oh.
Oh, wait, no.
I thought it was,
You're right. No, you're right. Stack Attack
Oh.
is an Ultra Beast. I'm thinking of something different. What am I thinking of?
I'm not sure.
But you are right. That is a Ultra Beast. That would be hilarious in Unite.
I just think Ultra Beast looks silly, but Buzzwole, I'm just...
Stonejourner is who I was thinking of.
Oh, you were in your bag. Oh my god. Okay. He was deep in the Pokédex.
I was. I'm sorry. I'm getting lost down here.
Nah, it's all good. Nah, good knowledge. But yeah, sounds like we'll pick up that Dodrio and some coins later tonight once we get out of here. I'm definitely gonna try it. Shout out to iMitchelot, Unite streamer. I've been seeing him play a lot of Dodrio, and he's been getting like 17 to 22 kills a game. Like he's just going insane with Dodrio.
Actually
Nice.
cracked.
Yeah. Say it again, Jess.
I said he's cracked, Mitch.
Oh yeah, Mitch, man, he's going crazy on Dodrio. Insane. And of course, players like, Chris Heroes and those guys like that, they're obviously good with Dodrio, but like the one I watched the most was definitely Mitch. So I can say that I'll try to play it like Mitch. I don't know if I will, but hey, we'll find out soon. And then also, randomly, this is a while ago, but Clefairy's coming out in a few weeks. What do you guys think about Clefairy and Clefable?
I'm glad that Clefable got brought back in, because obviously that was, I think, in the beta, and there was all sorts of promo images with it, and it seemed like it just got scrapped for the Jigglypuff Wigglypuff. And those were two in the first gen that I often felt like got lumped together, and I felt bad for poor Clefairy and poor Clefable. So I'm happy that they're gonna get their moment in the spotlight now. Not just another pink blob, but its own separate pink blob.
Yeah, they deserve their own moonlight, their own spotlight, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And listen, they came from the moon potentially. So, you know, a lot of fun lore behind the Clefairy Clefable lineup.
Yeah, I remember that anime episode. They could be aliens. Remember that guy?
Yeah, and then he ends up living with the Clefairy.
Oh yeah, man, you got
Spoilers.
a better memory than me.
Spoilers.
Oh no, they're only 24 years old these episodes.
24-year-old spoiler.
Yeah.
That's great.
I watched all those episodes so many times as a kid. That was like my life. If I could get Pokemon on the TV, it was the best day ever. So,
Oh yeah.
those OG episodes I watched as many times as I could.
I love the Pokemon anime. I gotta catch up on the new ones going. I hear Ash might be getting a championship, a second one. That's crazy to me.
Yeah,
crazy.
I haven't watched them yet either, but I know that he's in like an actual, wow, you're a good trainer to have made it this far, and his team is strong right now too.
Yeah,
so.
he's got a Dragonite, he's got a Gengar. So basically, he's in this top 8 tournament, or the final 8. They're all actually the regional winners from each generation.
Yeah, fantastic.
So it sounds like the finals might be him versus spoiler. Anyway, so yeah, that's all we got for Twitter news here. I wish there was more stuff, but you know, looks like they were. I guess not much was going on this past week. Just they were taking all the fire from people mad about Dodrio and Gems. So
About to run it back with Scizor very soon.
oh yeah, yeah. Actually, in 7 days. Yep, Scizor comes out. I'm gonna guess it's on Gems for a week. Does anybody know?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. At least that's what I heard.
Yeah. In my mind, like Scizor's too sleek, too sexy. Like, there's no way it can not be on Gems. Like,
Right.
if they don't and they put Dodrio on Gems, that'd be crazy. But I think it might be. It's okay.
The EU event's still going on for like 22 days.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're right. So real quick, I want to ask you guys, what do you feel like are some underrated Unite picks when you jump into some ranked games? Like, we know there's the top 3, the MMG, you know, Mew, Mime, and Glaceon. But what do you guys feel like some underrated picks that you don't see? Or maybe you see them very little and they could be used better.
I think there's actually a lot of Pokemon that are viable right now. It's kind of cool. I know that those 3 that you just mentioned are definitely almost in a power level of their own. But again, I've been rocking a lot of Charizard, but I think people know he's pretty strong too.
Yes.
One of the ones that I don't see a lot of that every game I've played on him has felt really strong, and that's Aegislash.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think Aegislash right now, I mean, he's a strong all-rounder. He's got sustain, he can off-tank, he can peel, he can dive in, his ult turns around fights, he can have heavy burst if you get his auto attack stacked. Like, he's just a really strong Pokemon.
Good call. I haven't seen one in a... Yeah, that's a good call, man.
You can put them anywhere too. Like you can
Yeah.
run them top. You can run them jungle if you want to. They're one of the best invaders in the entire game because it's like a Pokemon that can actually
Really?
use Floatstone to actually make it work.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They
Okay.
buffed Shadow Sneak, like one of the Pokemon's early moves. A slight buff. Shadow Sneak used to be single target, but now it does like full damage in that little circle it creates on the ground. It's like the
No
first
way.
move it gets, and so you can like hit multiple targets now. It was crazy with Natus, by the way.
Oh.
But yeah, this Pokemon is like, I think its versatility is what makes it so good. Like it can really be the multi-tool you want it to be.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I never thought of Aegislash as an invader. I want to try that.
It's pretty high risk, high reward. Like you can't die, or else you've just wasted so much time. So you got to pull it off well. But you're usually just grabbing one buff and running. But it works. It works.
All right, update. I'm going to try that in the Legacy Trainer Showdown. Yeah. All
There you
right.
go.
Sorry, I'm sorry, guys.
Underrated pick. I think my underrated pick right now is gonna be Mamoswine. I think
Mamoswine
is fun on this new map. I think you gotta kind of play a lot more creatively than you used to. Like before, it was just like Icicle Crash Go Burr, but like now, I don't know. You just gotta try to use. I like Ice Fang a lot on this Pokemon, but it's maybe not the best option. But I think Earthquake is sick on this Pokemon now. The little jump it does instead of like the rush down move, because there's so many walls in this game that you can hop over with Earthquake and like get to the back line.
Oh snap!
And that is like, I think that is the most important thing in this new map and meta, because like the fights aren't like Zapdos anymore. They're not all just right in the middle at 2 minutes. Like they're spread out. So if you can find a way to flank and get to the back line, like you're just gonna do so well. So I like Mamoswine a lot in this meta with that.
Yo, that's so like as soon as you said Earthquake and jump, I'm just picturing that middle part of the map where I'm just jumping over, crushing somebody. That sounds
you
awesome.
You can jump over that wall. It's sick.
That sounds cool, man. I want to try that. That's a cool little fun fact, because I've tried with Talonflame and I can't flame charge over that. But I can fly, obviously, but Mamoswine can jump. Okay. It's fun to find out little interactions like that.
Yeah, it totally makes sense that Mamo can jump over that and Talonflame, unless you're using the full fly ability, isn't able to. It's not like
or Brave Bird. Or Brave Bird.
Yeah, you're right.
Listen, Mamoswine is a fun sleeper pick. It's probably just a worse Snorlax, but it is still fun, okay?
Hell yeah.
Still viable.
We love fun here. Hey, Jess, what do you think is an underrated pick right now?
I think Flame Charge Delphox is slept on.
Oh,
And
is that the drift fox they call it?
yeah.
Yeah.
The dash. It's so fun on this map.
That does sound fun.
And
I haven't
with
tried
the
it.
emblems and the cooldown, yeah, you can just flame charge forever. It's fun.
Is that combined with mystical fire?
Yes.
Oh wow. So what's the cooldown? Like half a second? 1 second?
Like,
That's cool.
level 13, it's just over and over and over again. It's crazy.
You just like never auto attack anymore. ability. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, early game's rough with Delphox though.
Early game
But
is
if I
rough.
can take her jungle like in solo queue, it's so fun.
Late game too, it's so frustrating just trying to chase down a Delphox that
or
just you
get out of
cannot
her.
catch up to. You're like, come on.
Yeah. And her
Slow
Mystic
down.
Fire like follows you. So
Yeah.
That does sound cool. I want to try it. I've seen some clips from Scolded, obviously on Twitter. He calls it
Golden
the,
is so crazy.
yeah, he's a cool guy too. Gotta get him on the
Very
show.
much.
That Delphox, that Drift Fox, he calls it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Cause like I'll hear and read people say fire spin to the end, but hey man, you know there are other moves, and seeing what that combo does, it's like holy crap, like like Zoinks just said, you don't need basic attack, you just go through your moves left and right, left right.
Right.
That's awesome. Hey, good picks there. I like those picks, guys. I'm glad I wrote this question down. I was
I've,
like, you know what?
like a ton other in my mind though too. Like I gotta tell you, like we already mentioned Snorlax. I think Talonflame score style Talonflame right now is strong. Slowbro can do tons of work. I mean,
Oh, Slowbro. I haven't seen Slowbro in like 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just I think there's a lot of viable Pokemon right now, and I think just because we've been told that the meta is Mew, Glaceon, Mime, a lot of the teams feel that they have to do that. But between either nerfs coming through or potentially just somebody figuring out, hey, this is the way to counter Glaceon, I think there's a few other picks right now that are really, really strong and totally can be used in a 5-stack situation.
Yeah, I like that point of view. Somebody coming across the counter would be pretty sweet. It'd be nice if it was me. Probably won't be. I'm getting destroyed by Glaceons. Good lord, I've been trying purple emblems, all kind of boosted special defense. Wigglytuff with the special defense as a character, but I'm just getting wiped out. I was listening to Zoinks podcast earlier, and I believe it was Zug saying that in his chat, people are saying, "Why are you dying?" And he's like, "I can't help it. It's just how the game is."
Yeah, exactly. That's just the job of tanks now. Like you're disrupting for your carries. You will die, but you just have to believe in the rest of your team to be able to capitalize on it. And it's just sort of what has to go down.
Yeah. It was crazy to hear Zug say that because just a day ago, I had played against Zug on stream and his team destroyed mine. I think
he did not die. I don't know.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I was gonna say because he didn't die that match. But maybe when he was on your show, he was talking about being in the upper echelons of greater players like him. Because my solo queue team, we barely scored 89. Man, Zug is really good.
Sounds just like all my solo queue teams.
Yeah, we got destroyed. I had to go look. I was like, is he in a duo or a trio? Nope, he was in a solo. And I was like, I think they see his name and they just respect it. I got to go back to my stream and clip that part where I said it out loud. I'm like, hey man, I'm in solo queue. My team don't respect me, but they see Zug and they respect him because they wiped us out, bro. Like, good times though, for real, man. No, some good picks. I was thinking, you know what, I wanted to, but I was like, let me not push the idea on my side,
Sure. In title only. Okay, I hear.
In title only, yeah. I was thinking Crustle would be an underrated pick. What do you guys think about Crustle? I haven't seen Crustle in like ages, honestly. Have you guys seen Crustle around?
I haven't seen a lot of them, to be honest.
I haven't a lot either this season.
Go ahead, Zoinks.
I think with Unite moves getting toned down as a whole in like the kind of big season 2 patch, I think Crustle losing like a lot of that movement speed and stuff is part of the reason. I think just I don't know, for some reason the super high score strategy isn't very popular on ladder, even though I think it probably has a pretty decent success rate. Like, I don't know. I think just hyper scoring, like you were mentioning Bloomer with Talon, but there's other part, like I've seen Greedence take over the game by doing it too. Like, I think it is an option if you add it. Yeah, but I also think like Rock Tomb Crustle could be a decent option with how many more walls there are on this map. Like, you could, like, map editing seems more important. I don't know. It's so hard for Crustle to do anything in a big team fight because, I mean, all your ult does is just give you a shield, and that just gets bursted down by one solar beam from you. So you just
good point.
Next. I don't know. It's tough. You just have to play in a very different mindset of how you normally play, and I think that that can be frustrating for you to do, but it can also be really frustrating for your teammates to have to bear with you doing that. And that is a tough thing sometimes to pull off in a solo queue environment.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, so remembering that the ultimates got adjusted, and Crustle's ultimate doesn't do anything for anyone but Crustle. Yeah, you're right. Poor Crustle. I used to play it a lot. I enjoyed it. I was on Stealth Rocks for a long time. Picked up Rock Tomb, thought it was cool, but no, you're right about that. I forgot about the update to the Unite move and Crustle just being selfish.
I think you could pull it off. Like, I don't want to say like it's irrelevant. Like, I think you could do it. I just think it's a lot harder than other options. But I think you can make it happen.
I agree that it's harder to get the value there necessarily, I'd say, but I'm such a huge advocate of, like, if you want to play a Pokemon, unless you're in a 5-stack going for the world, Zoinks is casting your match, like, honestly, play what you're gonna want to play, because there are, again, so many different strategies, there's so many different variables that the truth is, chances are the average person playing the game, you're not getting such maximum value out of whatever mon that you're playing. Then the people you're playing against aren't getting their maximum value the whole time. You can still capitalize on mistakes. You can still win a game even if you're playing off meta characters. So if you really like playing, say, like a Crustle, then hey, who am I to tell you not to?
I like that. You're right. If you find a character you enjoy and you're not on a team that's going to Worlds casted by Zoinks, play that Crustle, man. I like that. You're right.
You
play
can
that
Crustle if I cast your game. I promise. It's okay. I won't get mad.
You just know that Zoinks' next casting, he's going to see a Crustle and he's going to be like, oh, one of them.
One of them.
I can't believe you didn't say this for Sleeper Picks, Bloomer. I think Decidueye is kind of pog on this new map.
I
think Decidueye
Decidueye right now, I feel, is like such a controversial one to say as a sleeper pick.
It is,
because you either get the people that are saying he's like A tier, even like S- tier, like really up there, and then you get other people saying he's the worst mon on this map right now. I think he's good. I think if you're decent at your sniping, if you understand that you can't engage, or at least you shouldn't ever be engaging, and you're just playing bushes and grabbing those sneaky little picks with your sniper, chunking out whoever you need to, like that Glaceon, then yeah, I think Decidueye is pretty strong.
You just press Shadow Sneak, and it's the best ability in the game.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
there are so
Bushes.
many Pokemon hiding in bushes in this new map, and Shadow Sneak is like the only like warding vision style move we
Yes.
have, and it
Peekaboo.
is
True.
so good. Like all of a sudden, that mime is like, "Oh, I guess I don't get to solo charge their goal zone now
Yeah.
because this Decidueye spotted me." Like, I think that move alone makes Decidueye viable.
I
That's a good call.
definitely agree. Totally viable, but again, already a squishy mon, and I feel like right now, maybe it's just my own lack of experience with the character on the map, but I did find it was very easy for people to dive me. But I stand
Yeah.
by. I agree. I actually think Decidueye 100% usable and a good time right now, as long as you play a cautious match.
There for a good time, not a long time.
Exactly.
Yeah. I got master of the season with Decidueye actually, so I was as soon as I was like, yo, I love Decidueye. Shadow Sneak, got him. I will put my neck out there. I might get roasted for this, but I like to use Razor Leaf.
I was not gonna say it, but I've seen so much Razor Leaf lately. Like so much Razor Leaf.
Yeah, a lot
I
of
enjoy
people
it.
are making that move swap. Eh?
Yeah.
I've had a lot of queues up on the road to master where I had a lot of, surprisingly, defenders and supporters. So I was like, oh, I'll just stand behind them and just spam the Razor Leaves, and we were just winning a bunch of games. It was awesome. I had 7 reds. The rest of the build was damage,
Everybody's
attack.
choosing mom, right? Like
Yeah, there was a mime and a
Did you do
Snorlax.
red emblems with that Razor Leaf?
Yeah.
That'd be fun. That would be fun.
I'm sure at some point the speed doesn't matter, but it felt awesome. I was just shredding people, and I was like, whoa, this is great. I just flew to master. It was awesome. I used to play Cinderace a lot, but it wasn't working. I tried Greninja, tried some other supporters. For some reason, Decidueye, it just worked for me. I just went on like a 12-game win streak because you get performance points. So I think it was like Ultra 4, Ultra 5, I don't know. But boom, just flew through. It was awesome. It was sweet, man. Maybe Ultra 3, I forget how it was. It was on stream, but I'm sorry. You said Decidueye, I geeked out. I was like, yeah, Decidueye. Woo! Heck yeah, man. But once again, we're getting close to the end of the show. Appreciate you guys being here. Want to run through one more thing. Go one at a time. Let's go with Jess first. Give me a future roster prediction. What's a character you think that would come to Unite from the Pokemon universe?
Mimikyu, maybe.
Ooh, okay.
One I would like.
Yeah, of course. Well, don't say one you hate. Give me one you like. Yeah.
If they had this,
Don't say
Pokemon,
Zubat.
I'm
Oh my
out.
god.
My last day.
Absolutely done.
My last day. It's a YouTube video. My last day. They released Zubat. I'm out of here. All right. So Jess says Mimikyu. I like that one. That's pretty cool. I like when they release these Pikachu lookalikes. That's pretty cool. I like that one. All right, Bloomer. What about you?
So obviously, I'm gonna say a Gen 1er. There's so many good ones that could be from Gen 1. A favorite was always Pidgey for me, and I also thought, side note, I was thinking about this earlier, a Diglett Doug trio, that'd be a super cool one to watch running up and down the
Yeah.
lanes. But the one I'm actually gonna say, Caterpie to Butterfree lineup. That
Ooh.
I would
You were
gonna say
what a
that.
what a great support mon that would make. You could
I
have
like
a
that
poison
one.
powder, a stun powder, maybe like a Psybeam and a confusion, or oh man, it would be such a great Pokemon.
Hell yeah. Butterfree. That sounds pretty sweet, man. Nice support, man. You're right. Wait a second. Man, I watched, hey, for those listening, I watched Bloomer stream a lot. I think you said this on stream 2 days ago. Because I typed in chat.
Literally says it all the time.
Yeah.
Jess is so tired of Bloomer suggesting Caterpie.
It's
He's like,
true.
oh my gosh.
No, I think that would be a great mon to add. I think there's the moveset writes itself, the playstyle writes itself, tackle string shot to start things off. Like, there's no reason in my world not to have this mon already in the game. But I guess I'll have to wait another week or two.
When you said it the other day, I was like, you know what? I typed in chat. I was like, imagine this visual. The funniest thing, a Charizard ulting a Caterpie. Like,
Yeah.
just,
Aw.
Poor Caterpie.
Yeah.
That
Poor
game
Caterpie.
went poorly for that
Yeah,
team, if that's the case.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, man. They're playing against Bloomer. Hey, man. You know
Yeah,
it
that
happens.
first Alecki and like the Caterpies rotating up, just like hopefully this helps. String shot.
String shot.
Not quite like in the anime. Sorry, Caterpie.
Nah, this is definitely not the anime Caterpie. Nah. All right, Zoinks. What about you? What would you say is your future roster prediction? What's your favorite?
So a lot of my username is because I adore ghost Pokemon. They're my favorite type by far. I'm doing very well in Unite. Got 5 ghost Pokemon in Unite so far. So I'm doing good on that. My favorite Pokemon of all time is Banette. I think Banette would be very, very fun. Like a Gen 3 like puppet style Pokemon.
The zippers,
And-
right?
Yeah, exactly. Zipper
Yeah.
very spooky, very cool. Love that Pokemon. I don't know if anybody in this chat or listening to the podcast played League of Legends, but there is a character in League called Silas, and his ultimate is that he steals your ultimate. I
What?
think a puppeteer style Pokemon would be so cool, where you could like grab a hold of like an enemy Pokemon and then like take their Unite and then use their Unite. I think that would be a really fun way to do it. So I'd love that.
Yeah.
My other vouch is the other Gen 3 Ghost. I think Dusknoir would make an awesome tank to the game. Like a defender. We don't have any mechanics like this in the game yet with Fear, but like Fear is a big thing in other MOBAs where you
Yes.
designate an area and all characters have to move away from it. It's like the opposite of Wigglytuff's Cute Charm.
Yeah.
So instead of pulling in, it pushes them away. I think Dusknoir would be an awesome Fear tank. Like you just create like give Dusk all scary face at the start of the game. It's a little mini Fear. I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah, I like that angle with the ghost Pokemon. Yeah, there's already 5 in Unite. Wow, that's right. Yeah, they just keep rolling them
Like
out.
I said, we're doing pretty good. I want
Yeah.
more, but I can't be unhappy.
Yeah. That sounds sweet, man. My favorite type is rock type. So for me, I know we said 1, but I might cheat and say 2. It would be either Aerodactyl, because Gen 1, wink wink bloomer,
Yeah.
or Tyrantrum. You guys know Tyrantrum?
Oh yeah.
The rock dragon? Yeah, one of those two. That'd be sweet. I like rock Pokemon. I'm not sure if Tyrantrum would be like unique because it's just like a short arm little dinosaur dragon. Don't do nothing. But maybe Aerodactyl could have some kind of like speed or some kind of fly or something cool, Maybe a flying ancient power. I don't know. Sounds crazy.
Yeah, Aerodactyl Speedster would be very cool.
Hey, now, yeah, that sounds sweet.
Yeah.
Might have to email this company.
Give it a ranged attack. Like give it like Rock Throw or like Rock Blast or something, because not many speedsters have ranged attacks. So that'd be kind of cool.
Oh, a ranged speedster. Look at that. Okay. I say your thing is Zoinks pretty smart. Okay.
All right,
I like
Zoinks,
that.
we need you to talk to your people now for us.
I have no people. You keep asking me to do this. I don't have any people.
Oh yeah, Zoinks. I heard you have people, so we need you to talk to them.
Yeah, no problem. Don't worry, Mike. I got you.
I knew it.
People.
I
Mike,
knew
I got
it.
you.
See?
There we go.
Good stuff. But yeah, man. Yo, it's already been an hour. This is crazy, guys. I really appreciate you being here. I'm just like, I'm still stunned. I'm looking at the time. I'm like, oh, it's a minute. It's an hour 7. Holy crap. I got to get them out of here. But yeah, so as we get out of here, let me start with Bloomer and Jess, and maybe Zoinks can join in. I should have asked this earlier, but this could be a cool ending. Real quick before we do individual sign-outs, how did the Community Lounge Discord come to be? Is it one owner? Is it multiple owners?
So that one, I mean, if it's all right, yeah, I'll field this one just because it started off. So it was actually my friend Geek Gaming technically started it. Right now he's actually a World of Warcraft streamer, and
Awesome.
he's gone through a few different things, and he's done some United in the past. And anyways, he got started with it because we were part of a stream team group, and honestly, the person in charge of it didn't ever do anything for it. Really wasn't active. Kind of like just wanted to be in charge was really what it felt like. So he decided that he wanted to have a group, a casual kind of fun. We're all positive, things like that. Experience on a Discord, and there were a few other people that got started with it before I did, but eventually I was watching what he was doing. I had my own Discord. I had my 3 or 4 people that were active in it, and I kind of realized that why am I being like, okay, well, you're playing with me, so play in my Discord. It has to be in my Discord. So instead, I said, you know what? I like what you're doing. I like the approach. I like the people that are in the admin spot. So I moved over to the community lounge, brought my crew over with me as well, and have really kind of pumped that up the best I can. It's also become the home for Saturday customs, and
Yes.
so there's, I think right now there's 6 admins in the top slot right now, and a bunch of moderators, but we're always looking to expand. So anyone who's a streamer and thinking to yourself, hey, I want to have a more active Discord, I want to network, I want community that's not necessarily just my Twitch stream, but multiple Twitch streams and different games, and sometimes I just want to do community stuff and have people to hang out with. It's a great home, and I would strongly recommend it to people.
Yes, strong recommendation. When I found it, I was what's the word? Over the hill, beyond the moon, because I tried my best. World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, other games, build a community. Not that I couldn't, but Pokemon's just different. So when I saw the community lounge and what was going on there, I was like, there's something going on here that I like. And the aspect of like, there's a community of people who enjoy the game that are not toxic to each other. Because over time, I found plenty of communities full of people that play the game, any game at the time, but they were toxic to each other. So like being in community lounge and just seeing the respect everyone has for each other, and not that anyone's like overly arrogant or anything like that. It's just really cool to like be.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, that was a big part of it. Is, again, if you look at the admin staff, we're all a bit older than your average Twitch streamer. We're all a little bit older. You know, none of us are in our teens or even early 20s, sadly, anymore, as much as I want to pretend, maybe. But we're all, you know, mid 30s to upwards of 40 even. And we're just not here for the drama. We're here to have fun, play video games, and just have a good time. Because at the end of the day, if you're not having a good time playing a video game, why are you picking it up? Why are you doing that? We all grew up when video games were that fun thing that you could do for 2 hours on a Saturday morning before your parents kicked you out of the house and said, we'll see you at supper time.
Yeah.
So video gaming, it's supposed to be kind of like an innocent, fun thing. And that's not to say that you're not trying to do your very best. It's not to say that every single person is going to agree with every single thing that everyone does all the time. Of course not. But we're just not there for the drama, plain and simple. If that's what you're about, maybe then you shouldn't make your way to the community lounge Discord. If you're there, like I said, just to have a solid community, have some good people to play some video games with, whether you're having a drink at supper time or right after, and you just want to jump in with sometimes there's Jackbox games going on, sometimes Scriblio, all those style things. Sometimes it's just a crew of people in the WoW guild getting on and grinding out gold and quests for 4 hours. But there's almost always activity going on.
Yeah.
I'm loving that Discord. Zoinks, how do you feel about being in that Discord? I think, honestly, like, Community Lounge is one of my favorites. Because I'm in too many Discords. But, like, when I say favorites, I'm talking about the people that are in there and how active it is.
Yeah, no, it is super active. I think it's a lot of fun. I honestly don't have time to spend in too many community Discords, unfortunately. Like, most of my time on Discord is just rapidly jumping between a bunch of Discords and then sending out a few messages and then kind of gotta bounce. But I have spent a lot of time with doing some casting with Bloomer in there, and it is just like the best environment. Like, people are so nice, so encouraging, of course, really supportive of each other, like you mentioned. And even when you're hosting like in-server competitions, people are participating and having a good time. And like you mentioned, not getting too toxic and stuff like that. I don't know. I think it's just super awesome that you've cultivated such an amazing community over there, Bloomer.
Yeah, it's great. And for the record, Zoinks, whether it's one message every 10 days or we get you for a few hours for the casting, we always love having you there.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, man, those Saturday 5-on-5s are something to be a part of, man.
Yeah, that's always a lot of fun. That's my one contribution to the community, I feel.
You have more than that, but
oh shucks. Look
Yeah,
at
you got more than
all
that.
Rosy red in the cheeks now. So saying all these nice things.
Good vibes, good times. Loving it, man. Once again, thank you guys for coming here tonight. I really appreciate it. this hour flew by. I got to get you guys back on another show because talking to you guys is awesome, man. This is fun. Just vibing out, talking
Pokemon. Come
Pokemon.
back anytime, Mike.
We'll make it a better time next time. It won't be at 11 o'clock at night. No worries.
My bad.
Nah, you good, man. This time I got your time slot. Next time we'll get Bloomers and then Jess's. We'll rotate. We'll share, you know?
Good.
Oh, if we do Jess's, it's 4 p.m. and we're done by 5.
Not necessary, you know.
All right. So yeah, let's do some sign outs here. Let's pass it to Jess first. Jess, can you let the people at home know where they can find you online and your content?
In Community Lounge or Bloomer streams.
They can catch you in the
Saturday.
community lounge or in Bloomer
Yeah.
stream. Love it. Love to hear it.
To be fair, they can find Jess in almost anyone's stream.
Yeah, green stream.
At any time, all
Shout
you
to
need
Green.
to really do is go online, find someone in Unite, and
Twitch
chances
and
are,
Turtle.
yeah, Jess
I'm
is there.
probably lurking that channel too.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
All right. Update. Go to Twitch, click Pokemon Unite, pick any stream, and just type Jess's name.
Just one.
yeah,
There you
Tiger.
Or just ask, is Jess here? Anyone seen Jess? Oh, yeah, Short Ray Mitch's stream. Yeah, we seen it 5 minutes ago. Yeah. No.
go. Exactly.
Heck yeah, good stuff. Thank you for coming on the show, Jess.
Thank you.
Appreciate it,
for
man.
having me.
I don't care what you tell me, Jess. You're an amazing Unite player, and you'll kick anybody's ass. I don't care, man.
Thanks.
2 Masters accounts. Oh, yeah. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Bloomer, my man, thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Again, anytime, Mike. You let me know when you're looking for someone, and I'm here.
Got you, man. And shout out to the community lounge. Really appreciate it. I have also applied to be in the streamer role. It got approved. Steph had DM'd me back. So shout out to the community lounge. I,
Huge.
love that community, man. There's so many people in there where like I've met them in there, and then we've talked through like DMs on Discord and Twitter. So it's really cool. Like, not that you'll meet the most random people, but like it'll happen randomly. That's what I'm trying to say. Out of nowhere, it just happened to me. I got like 20 friends out of them. Like, holy crap, this is crazy.
And listen, that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, it's a bunch of people online that we all love doing the same thing. We all love the same games. Why not network? And hey, we've already kind of, I don't want to say like we don't screen people coming in, obviously, but very quickly, if the wrong sort of people are coming in, they get ejected real fast. So you know it's a good crew when you're hanging out with the community lounge people.
Oh yeah, you know it. All right, Bloomer, can you let the folks at home know where they can find you and your content?
Yeah, so obviously the Discord we already mentioned, but mainly you're going to find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Bloomer for the win. Like I said at the start of the program, make you type the whole thing out because I'm a great guy like that. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, all that. But honestly, I'm not as active there. Twitch is the main spot to find me. I'm there 5 days a week. And the big one is every single Saturday. As long as Team Wasted Potential is not in a tournament, we do those custom matches you mentioned. And I get as many people involved in the community as I possibly can. We usually run through realistically about 30 to 40 different people every single Saturday get involved in the game in one sense or another. And we do casting. We've had, like Zoinks mentioned, he's come on and casted with me in the past. We've had a bunch of other big name streamers that come in and do kind of guest fills. And it's just so much fun.
It really is. There's been so many Saturdays that I've had your stream up in the background, whether we're driving somewhere or if we're cleaning or doing whatever in the house, so I can watch that event. Because, man, those 5v5 custom matches are something that you got to watch them. If you guys like Unite, and, you know, we all get frustrated sometimes with how the game's going. People like Bloomer exist for a reason, to have these friendly matches for you to join and have some fun and play some games. And hey, you might learn a trick or two, because I know I definitely did. I played the game for a while, and then I joined the 5v5s, and it just opened my eyes to an entirely different kind of game. So if you guys can get in there, you definitely should. I'll make sure I have the links for everybody on the show tonight on the show notes and in the Discord, on iTunes, Spotify, everywhere. So we'll get the fans in there, because your Discord, man, it's popping. You know, it's popping, man. Love
I
it.
appreciate it, buddy.
All right. Zoinks Cast, thank you again, man, for that DM. I really can't believe you DM me, but this is cool. So I want you to know that I appreciate it. And like I said earlier, man, I created this show on the opposite spectrum of what your show is, because I respected what you were doing. And I just knew that I like Unite, but I wouldn't have like the energy or the the assertiveness to chase down all the competitive players. And I'm not trying to step on your toes. So I was like, I can do the fun side of my end, set up interviews, hang out, talk when people get free time. So just know you were my inspiration, and thank you very much for coming on the show. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, Zoinks.
Of course, thank you so much. I mean, together I got the competitive players. You have literally everything else, so you're covering a lot more bases than I am. So you're doing more work there, which is awesome. Though like I said before, I like having more podcasts to listen to. More Unite podcasts are always welcome, and thank you for letting me come on the show. I know I maybe invited myself over to your house, but I am excited that
doors open. We cooking. Come in. It's all good.
Cool.
We in a safe neighborhood, it's all good over here.
All right, good.
Palatial estate in Bel Air. Anyway, I'm joking. Zoinks, can you let the people know at home where they can find you and your content online?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, on Twitter at ZOINKS CASTS, if you want to follow me over there. Quick extra little plug in here for Bloomer's Custom Games on Saturdays. I know you said your podcast is for like a lot more of the casual fan, but if you are like playing solo queue and you want to get your taste of 5 stacks, a tournament can be super intimidating. It's like try to find 5 people, sign up for an entire day's worth of games and stuff like that. And it's on some community run website, stuff like that. That can be a lot of different things that want to push you away from that. Try just going and hanging out in a Discord and playing with some random people for pickup games. Like it is such a good like introduction to how this game can feel when you're like working with an entire team of 5 all working together. So that's my biggest vouch to if you're listening to this podcast and you want to try Unite in a different way than you normally play. Otherwise, if you want to find my content, I think the biggest thing, if you're listening to this on podcast form, I also have a podcast on all these platforms. Overdunk is what mine is called. You can go find it there. You can also find it at youtube.com/Unite Mics and twitch.tv/Unite Mics.
That plug for the 5s, for those who are just the casuals or not on a team, I never thought of that. And I think I'm going to start plugging that every week. I don't got to get sent AOS gold or anything from you guys or gems. It's cool. If you want, it's cool, but you don't have to. But I'm going to plug that because it is frustrating just playing the game and not knowing that there's a gigantic community out there that plays every week. And when you say like pickup games, it makes me think of basketball. Like basketball players pick up their basketball, go down to the court and wait for a game to jump in. So this is kind of the same thing. So I like the way you worded that, and I'm going to apply that to my messaging from now on. Very smart.
More people on that list, so Bloomer has to stress out even more about making a list to get people into those games. The notebook. I don't know why you don't have a different system yet, but the notebook is working out, man.
Digital. Never gonna be digital list.
No. I'll have you know, for the last 2 weeks, I opened up a word bad. So
okay, here we go. You're
I
typing
see.
instead of writing.
2009, here I come.
When I heard about the notepad, I was like, nah, no way he's using the paper. No. My man, classic. Through and through. Love it.
Do I need to remind everyone that I'm old? This is the theme of today?
Oh, man. But yeah, man, shout out to you guys. Really appreciate it. Real Just One, Bloomer for the win, and ZOINKS CASTS. Thank you guys for joining episode number 4.
Thanks again for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One thing I like to say, as I sign out, you guys can join in too if you want. I want the folks out there to know when you queue against Mike Lowry, surrender at 5.
Victory.